Hello and welcome. This week we are entering into, I think, the sixth week of virtual worship. It is going to be May 3rd, and so, as is our practice at First Presbyterian, we will be gathering around the Lord's table. This time we are doing something a little different. It seems each time it gets a little bit different as we tweak things. Instead of being in the sanctuary, tomorrow morning you can experience the virtual worship that will be laid out on our church's website as it usually is. But in addition, at 10:30 a.m., there will be a link to a Zoom meeting on the website, so you can click on that link and you can join me, much like you did on Easter Sunday morning. I will not be down at the church, however, I will be in my own home, and I will share in the liturgy of the Lord's table live with you. So we will hopefully all experience that together, each in our own home, but all partaking at the same time. So I thought I would give a little bit of direction as you are putting together your own table in your home. Imagine you are inviting Christ to be a guest in your home. I'm at a little card table here in my living room that I've set up, but you'll notice I put out a little tablecloth on my table to set the table like I would if I was welcoming a guest into my house. So I chose one this morning because it's so beautiful and sunny outside and spring is all around us. I chose a little floral one, but whatever you might lay out on your table, or if you don't have anything, that's fine too. It could be at your dining table, it could be in your at a coffee table in your living room, wherever you plan on worshiping in the morning. A few other things that I put, I was having someone over, I might have some sort of centerpiece, and again, since it's springtime, I thought bringing something live into the space would be lovely. So you could maybe bring one of your potted plants in your home. There's some of you may be so lucky to have flowers outside that are beginning to bloom, so you could cut a flower and put it in a simple vase or in a cup or something like that. And again, if you don't have something around your house, don't worry about it. It's more the intention of creating that sacred space. Some things that you will want to have, hopefully, for the service, if they are available easily to you in your home. You might want to have some kind of candle, because we will light a candle to recognize and welcome the presence of Christ among us. It could be something like this. I just literally grabbed this off of my dining room table. Maybe it is just a jar candle you have. That's fine too, or a taper. Really, any kind of candle works. I even brought one in here. This is one of those little battery operated ones. Nothing says that, and my daughters have run the batteries out of this. So it could be a battery operated candle also. So maybe just something that you might be able to light to recognize Christ's presence as we begin our liturgy together. You will also want to have some sort of pouring vessel. Maybe it's a pitcher, maybe it's, this is like a little milk jug thing that I happened, again, things that you have around your house. The mode doesn't matter as much as the intention. You will fill this with some juice or wine or whatever you plan on partaking with in your home, and that will be what will hold that. And And then you'll need some kind of glass. Perhaps, maybe it's just a wine glass you have at home. I've got this little tiny one that's around. It could just be a juice glass. If that's what you have, that works fine too. Or right now, my family seems to be drinking out of mason jars. So any of those things, just something that you will be able to, at a point in the service, take from one vessel and pour it into the other. And you'll want one for each person who will be partaking with you. The other piece, you might want to grab a plate. It could be a special plate. This one's a little old depression glass piece, or maybe it's if you have your fancy dishes, you might want to pull out one of your fancy dishes at home. Or again, if it's just the plate that you normally eat off of every single day, that works too. You're going to want to bring some kind of bread or food that what you might normally have to take. So it might be bread, maybe if it's a rice cake. If it's just a square piece of sandwich bread, that is going to be fine too. Just have that on a plate available to you. And then one of the things that also I like to think about and really reflect on, maybe especially in this time when we are apart from one another, is that this is indeed, I may be in my home, but just as when we are in the church, are connected across the globe and across time with one another as Christians around the Lord's table, so too we can be connected in our own homes. So what you might want to do, and maybe especially if you are alone or if you are distant from some of your loved ones, and have concerns or worries, or we're not able to connect right now. So maybe bringing a picture or two to set up on your table of those people that you are thinking about and praying for and participating with around the table. I brought in some of my seminary friends, so who are also navigating this virtual communion journey with me. Again, more important is the intention. These are just some ideas of how you might create your sacred space tomorrow. Tomorrow, again, there will be a link that is up on our website, and at 10:30, I will be going live. We'll spend probably about the first 5 minutes just waiting for everybody to join in, and then we'll go through a very simple, short liturgy, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, probably 10 minutes tops. So just us gathered around the table. I hope to see you there.